Hi guys, today we're going to be doing the liquid foundation tutorial, so I hope you enjoy it. This tutorial is one of the three. I'm doing liquid, powder, and cream. So if this isn't the one you are looking for, please look on the side and there will be the powder or cream foundation tutorial you are looking for. And I apologize if there's a lot of errors in this video because it's my first one. And so yeah, let's begin. I think the most important thing when applying foundation is not actually the foundation itself, but your skin. So make sure that when you start off, your skin is moisturized and primed. Primer is not necessarily needed, but it is preferred if you want, especially if you have oily skin or wrinkles or really anything. What primer does is it minimizes the pores, and it just kind of blurs out the imperfection and wrinkles, and it just gives your face a smooth canvas for you to work with. So what I prefer is the Supernatural by Philosophy. It is 1.6 ounces and it has an SPF 15 in it, and excuse me, what it does is it minimizes your pores, and I already have it on right now. I'm moisturized and primed. And it has a chunky orange consistency, if you can't see that. And you just apply it, you get dabs of it, and just kind of spread it around your face. You don't need a lot of it, but that's what you need it for. And if you want a sunblock as well as a primer, I like the Clinique SPF 25 City Black Sheer sunblock. And what it does is it gives you sun protection all day, but also works as a primer, and it even says wicks away oil. So if you have oily skin, it's really good. And I actually do use it, and I really like it, especially in the summer. So if you don't want anything heavier, really anything at all, you can use this or a tinted moisturizer with SPF, because it's always important to protect your skin from the sun. And so let's begin. Before you apply foundation, or at least I prefer to have concealer on before my application, because I think if I put it on over it, sometimes it's kind of like, it kind of shows the cakiness a little more. But if I blend it too much, it's like kind of redundant to do so. So I prefer Benefit's Boing Concealer, and it came with my eyeshadow palette, so I just use it from here. And it is Boing 02, which is the medium shade. There's a light and a darker one. And so what I do is I take my middle finger and I just apply it in dots underneath my eye, and I blend it. And what using the finger does is the heat of your finger makes the concealer more easy to blend, because it doesn't melt, but the emollients kind of, I don't know, I guess like the heat melts it. I hate saying melt because I feel like it's going to melt off, but it's not. It stays on. And under eye concealer conceals the dark eye circles you have. And if you have any redness on your face, I prefer you use a green concealer, because the green cancels out with the red. So when you apply it, the redness will most likely be gone. And so next is the best part, the foundation. I use Revlon's Color Stay. My color is Golden Beige, or 300, and mine is for combination to oily skin. They also make dry to normal skin foundation. I know a lot of people like that too, but if you don't prefer this, then when I don't prefer this, I use the Clinique Super Fit makeup. And it stays on really well, but I think for the price and the consistency, I prefer Revlon's Color Stay. It really does stay on all day, and my skin looks awesome when I wear this, and I'm really surprised that it's so cheap for the amount of perks I get from it. I know a lot of people compared this to the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I have tried that too, and I actually do prefer this over the Studio Fix, just because not only the price, but it really does stay on as well and as long as the Studio Fix. And I noticed that the Studio Fix actually clogged my pores and made me have little breakouts, and I do not like that, so that's why I prefer this. And once you put it on, it does not transfer. It controls your oil for the most part. I kind of have to go over my skin with the blotting powder halfway throughout the day, but after that I'm good to go. And so what I prefer using is a foundation brush, and you can either use this or your fingers or a sponge. And when you apply with a sponge, you can control your coverage. If you dip the sponge in water, it makes it a little more sheer, or else you don't want to use a sponge straight from the makeup, because the sponge will most likely absorb most of the makeup, and that is kind of a waste. So what I do is I pour a little bit onto my hand, and then I kind of slide it off. It's actually kind of a little too much, but I take my brush and I just get a little bit, and I start spreading it out. And what you want to do is you want to work from the inside out. So start from your nose and work your way out of it. And I just do kind of I stroke the brush in the direction that it goes on my face. So if it's on my left side or right side for you guys, I go this way. And I just kind of spread it out. Same for this side. And what's good about the foundation brush is it really gets in between the crevices of your nose and things. But I know people prefer fingers too, because the fingers, like I said, it heats up the emollient in the foundation, and the heat from your fingers makes it easier to blend. So I actually go over it again with my fingers after I'm done. But if you prefer to not use your fingers because you have oily skin, or for whatever reason, you can always use a sponge to go back and blend over it, so you have a nice even coverage. And I apply it to the chin, blend outwards. And depending on how much coverage you want, after it's been blended well, you can go over it again with the foundation for a full heavy coverage. But right now I have a medium coverage, so that is all I need at the moment. And so once you also want to go a little bit into your neckline, just to make sure that there's no like ghastly line, because you see those people whose foundations are either too light or too dark. And what foundation does is it makes your skin look flawless, and you don't want people to know that you essentially have it on. I mean, people are gonna know, but you don't want like an obvious line. So just blend it into your jawline as well, like that. And voila. For brush wise, I prefer to wash mine once or twice a week. I just use shampoo and then conditioner, and that makes your brush, the life of your brush, stay a little more. And it smells really good too. But you can also sell brush cleaners and things at really any makeup store. They have it at MAC, I know, Sephora, and you just have to look around and ask if they have brush cleaners, especially your professional makeup stores. So yeah, and then afterwards I put on finishing powder, and this is the Stila Illuminating Finishing Powder in Rose Gold. I think they have it in 3 different shades. I don't have the other one, but I have Rose Gold and Bronze is for the summer, obviously, not my skin tone. But the Rose Gold, what it does is it helps bring out the base of your skin, because I have a yellow undertone. And so this kind of helps bring out the yellow undertone while illuminating my skin and making my foundation stay on. So you just kind of apply that. And they have finishing powders at a lot of makeup stores as well, even your drugstores and really anywhere. If you prefer a loose finishing powder or translucent powder, that makes your makeup stay on really well. And I actually got this for a really good deal. I got it at Sephora, this and this for $10 together, when each of them is actually worth $36, I believe. And so that was a really good deal. So there you have it. that's how you apply liquid foundation. And if you want to continue with your complexion, you can add blush onto it or bronzer. When you apply bronzer, you don't want to go overboard, but bronzer essentially just adds warmth to your skin, so you want to hit like your warmth and contours. So if you want to sculpt your cheekbones, you can place it a little underneath your cheekbones, or you could put it around your temple area and your jaw, and it just like chisels your face, and you just look like you just lost like 10 pounds. So that's awesome. But blush just gives you a little flush, and if you go to makeup stores or really anywhere, you can kind of figure out which blush goes with your skin. The cooler looking colors are for bluer undertones, warmer is for warm undertones. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.